Hola chicas y chicos, this is Amanda from Amanda Around the Globe, and I'm currently in Cali in Colombia in South America, and I wanted to make a video today about what it's like to travel in Central America. I traveled through Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. I am planning to go back up there to go to Guatemala, Belize, and Mexico, but that won't be for a while. So I am going to do like a pros and cons list, I guess, because it's hard to really explain what it was like, but I'm going to tell you guys in the best way that I can explain it. So let's get into it. Let's do it. So my favorite parts of Central America were the beaches. The beaches were so incredible. In Costa Rica, the beaches were so beautiful. It was just stunning. Like, I could not believe that this was real. Like, these beaches were that pretty. It was just on the edge of the forest, and there was the palm trees and the white sand, and it was deserted, and I don't know, it was just incredible. I really loved the sunsets in Nicaragua. It was so beautiful. I have some pictures on my website of the sunsets in Costa Rica and the sunsets in Nicaragua, and they were just so insane. Like, it was by far the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen in my life. Another thing that is awesome about Central America is that everything is relatively inexpensive depending on where you're coming from. Nicaragua was pretty cheap, not that expensive at all. Costa Rica was a little bit more expensive, and Panama was about the same as Costa Rica, so neither of those were necessarily cheap. It was probably, about on par with the United States, but they were just both so beautiful. Another great thing about Central America as compared to maybe South America or other countries is that there are a lot of people that speak English. So if you don't know Spanish, you can probably get by pretty well without knowing Spanish traveling through Central America. But I have noticed in South America it's much more difficult to get around without knowing Spanish. So another good thing about Central America is there are a lot of travelers, there are a lot of people that you can meet. There's so many different things to do. Like, I'm not a huge partier, but if you were a partier, there's a lot of places to go party. There's a lot of health food places, which I'm really into. There was actually like vegan places in Costa Rica. I found a few of them. Costa Rica is very catered to tourism, so just keep that in mind. It's really nice and it's really pretty, but it's also a little bit touristy. And Panama and Nicaragua are not so touristy, but yeah. I'm gonna tell you guys the cons of Central America, the bad experiences that I had. So by far the worst thing that I experienced was the border crossings. It was really stressful to cross the borders for me because I don't have a return ticket home. I'm traveling for a few years and I'm not going back to the United States, or I don't know when I'm going back to the United States, so I only had a plane ticket into Nicaragua, and when you cross the border they want to see that you're going back home, so that was a little bit stressful. I actually had to buy tickets multiple times to cross the border and then just cancel the flight with my credit card company after I crossed the border. So it's not impossible, but it's a little bit stressful and can be kind of annoying. Another thing that I had a problem with in Central America was that it can be hard to get money there. It's mostly cash only, which is fine with me, but the ATMs don't always work. Like, half the time the ATM is down. Like, it won't work. Other thing that isn't really a problem, but I guess it was a little bit of a con for me, was that I didn't get the chance to meet and talk to that many locals, and this is for a few reasons. Number one, I didn't do any couch surfing. I did one time in Nicaragua, which was excellent. It was really awesome, really informative, and really educational. I learned a lot from that experience, and other than that, though, I didn't really get to do any couch surfing. Other than that, I did meet locals a few different times, but it can be hard to talk to them because they don't all speak English, and my Spanish is so-so. I'm working on it. Next thing that could be an issue is it is pretty common to get conned here. It's definitely common to get ripped off. It's really common for taxi drivers to charge tourists more, and the only annoying thing about that is that I look white. I don't look like I belong there, and so they know I'm a tourist right away. And I did get ripped off from a taxi driver one time, but learned my lesson after that. And basically, if you are going to Central America and you're going to use a taxi, just ask them how much it's going to be before you get in the taxi. So basically, my experience in Central America was really, really great. I loved it so much that I want to go back and explore the other countries in Central America. I'm really excited to do that, and I would totally recommend going to Central America. I loved all the countries that I went to: Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. I would definitely recommend any of those. They're all perfect. Well, they're all great, and you should go. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I'm wearing my vegan shirt, and I'll leave the link for that down below. And yeah, if you guys have any video recommendations, you can tell me in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!